everyone, it's Susie. And anyway, I got some little paper bag junk journals I want to share. Last weekend we had a really stormy weekend. It was horrible. As a matter of fact, I didn't even step out the door Saturday at all. The weather was so bad. But anyway, I was in all day Friday, Saturday, and nearly all Sunday because of the weather. We had a lot of major flooding and things. But anyway, I made a whole bunch of paper bag journals. I was watching YouTube. I was thinking about making a paper bag junk journal. And so I went on YouTube to see how many are doing paper bag junk journals and all. Well, I found that a lot of people are doing paper bag junk journals, and they are just adorable. But the one that I got my inspiration from, where I, kind of just followed her, was this Gayle. Now, I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name, but she's on YouTube, and I will put her link in the description box. Along with Dreams, etc. I'll put hers on Etsy. I got most of my images from Pinterest. Some I paid for and some were just free printables. But I've got one album that I simply used from Dreams, etc. So, but anyway, I will link hers in the description box also. So anyway, I've got quite a few. Check out this. I really did a lot of junk journaling last weekend. But anyway, these are just absolutely gorgeous fibers and things. But I named each one of my little bag albums. I'm actually going to put these on my blog for sale. I'll just have a page that I'll give you a link to that you can go to. But I'm just going to list these on my blog. I hope to have an Etsy shop up hopefully the end of June, or maybe even in the first couple weeks of July, when I have more time to work on that. So I'm also going to try to update my blog a little bit. It's got a lot of old stuff on it. And so those are some of the things I'm going to do in the next few months. But anyway, I want to get into these albums. They're all kind of the same, but maybe just a little bit different. I want to make sure I'm in frame. I hope I don't have a glare. I've got a window just in the front of me, and I'm trying to block out the sunlight today. But anyway, this little album here I have called Pamela and Lorraine. This reminds me actually of my mother and her sister when they were young. So that's what I named this one. In each bag album, I do have a little coffee-stained fold paper that you could journal. I always thought it would be kind of neat to put what the journal was about, or the date, or the event, or whatever in there. And I'm going to try to make some different ones, like weddings and even a friends one. I found something at a yard sale the other day, that book about friends and some silly things in it. And anyway, I'm going to try to incorporate some of that in some bag albums like that. So anyway, you open it up, and they all start with an image. And this little girl is just adorable. This is strictly a junk journal. I didn't put a lot of anything in it. I did a lot of sewing, but I just wanted a lot of journaling spots. Here I've just sewed a little piece on a guest check here. Make sure I'm still in frame. Here is another stitched on. Here's another little printable I got off Pinterest. Another little image here. Now all the books have nearly the same images. Some of them are a little different, but they're basically the same images. They might be bigger or smaller. I kind of just increased and decreased the size as I wanted them. This here, just a little envelope there, or bag. Here's just a cute little image. Now this paper here is just a paper bag, a large bag, one of those jumbo bags or large sandwich lunch bags that I simply cut, and then I coffee stained it and baked it to make it kind of crisp. I did put up the flap here and sew it down on this ledger paper. I just wanted something different to kind of break up all the just flat pages. So here, this image here is an image that I got from Red Lead off their website. They will have a free printable every now and then, and I get their emails, and I was over there the other day and I seen they had a free printable, so I printed that off there. And then here's another little, now Amity Bloom does this, she calls this her like clipboard tab or something, but anyway, I always thought that was cute when I seen that, so I kind of sewed a piece of paper on it. That's just paper, that's not even fabric. And then here is another little image there. The backs of them are plain so that you can journal. This here I've just got it on with a little clip here. And here I've got some coffee stained lace that I've just sewed on. Here's a little lace, like an embroidery, or not embroidery, but a doily lace there. And another little book. Of course, the little books came from Tiffy Butter that I seen her do, and I'm in love with those little books. Absolutely. And then here's just another, and of course another stitched down page. And then there's that one. There's a little image on the back. Each one I just put another little image on the back. But, oops, let me get this back over here so I don't lose it. Alright, then this one here, my seam binding that I have is just some white seam binding. It's the chalk white. I do have some white and I have chalk white. My white does not stain up like this. The chalk white will, so I've got to order me some more chalk white. I would have figured they would have been the same, but they are not. But anyway, I coffee stain them and bake them, so they actually have a little variation in the colors, and it's really pretty. It looks like it's aged. This one here I called Nate and Natty, and I love all the fibers. And here is the back on this one. This is kind of like the mama there is what I put her in the book for, because most of them are just the kid images. Here is just another little journal spot, another little image in the front. I've done some stitching, zigzag and straight stitch mainly on these. There I've stitched it down. This is another printable off Pinterest. An old book. I just sewed some of that crocheted lace. And then here is a little image. This is just one of the guest checks that I actually had baked, stained a little bit and baked there. Here's a little pocket with a image on it. I've stitched, I did a lot of stitching, which was actually kind of fun, just stitching on the little fibers and things in the book, the trims. There's another one. I've just made a little booklet there. Another little image. All the images you can journal on the back. They're just plain. And, oops. And then here's another little image there that goes in the pocket. I hope I'm not getting out of frame. It's so easy when you start opening these books and going through them to kind of want a tendency to have them go up and then get out of the frame. There's a little booklet that just sits in there. I should turn it around, be easier to grab out. And then here is just a little envelope. And it has the little... I actually sewed the thing to the envelope, and I want to grab that there to pull the tag out, and it doesn't work that way. Here's another one of them little tabs out of paper. Here I've just cut some little sheets that are just loose there. And this is actually a new clip from Tim Holtz, and I love it. I try to pick up a package every time I'm at Joann's. And then there's that little book. And then this one here I called Prima Ballerina. This here, I had to go to the scrapbook store the other day because I am still doing the tutorial on the Parisian Cafe recipe album I had. But I got the 12 by 12 and I was just going to do it in it, but I did not like it. I tried to start on it and the images were just too big for me and I didn't care for it. So I went down to Branson this last Friday, and I found an 8 by 8. So I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it in 8 by 8. The 12 by 12 just did not look good. But anyway, they had some paper from, it was Scrapberry. I'd never heard of the company, but she carries some different papers. Anyway, they had this ballerina, and all this is like the tag sheet, and that's what I used in this. I used some pink, and you probably can't tell that in the video, but I used some pink thread. It's a really light pink, and it's just as cute as can be. I know videos really don't show you the colors that are in the albums and things, but anyway, it's just pink because a lot of it in here is a really pretty light pink. Here's just one I've stitched on. Got ballerina there. A little flower. This I got from Hobby Lobby and sewed it on that parchment paper. Here's just another little, this is actually a little booklet here. It sits in there. I did some decoupage with the napkins. I really like that decoupage. I'm kind of getting into that. I really do like it, especially on them old book pages. Here I've just got some wide lace. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. And then here's a little tag for journaling and another little tag there. Place for journaling. Let's see, I got a little tag there. I just set it in this glassine bag. Another little flower I've just sewed on. Ballet, sewed that on there. And here's another little, half of that glassine bag. I have another little postcard. And these are just adorable. The colors are so pretty, those pinks and scarlets, but I just had to have that. And I actually bought a little 6x6 that I'm going to do a paper bag album out of this paper right here. It was so pretty, I couldn't pass it up. And then I got a little library card tucked there. Little tuck spot there. Here I've got some lace, some of that doily lace there. And then some pink ribbon there. Little tuck there. And then I've just sewed this image on there. Anyway, here's the back. Anyway, the pinks in this are just adorable. I hope the camera can pick up a little bit of that, but it's so pretty. Okay, now for oh my goodness here. I actually love, let's see, this is my favorite image right here. This little girl here, I called her Sophie. I have Sophie's Notes group. And when I saw this image, I thought, okay, I'm going to call her Sophie. She just looks like a Sophie. So, of course, the paper on the inside there in the front cover. And then here's one of the little clips. This is a little booklet. A little of that crocheted lace there. A little tuck spot there. Her pocket, not tuck spot. That's another little glassine bag. Another little, this little seam binding here, I think I got it at Walmart, and I really do like it. It's a nice soft seam binding, and you can tie it. I really, really like it. There's another little image. This is just a little lace pocket. Here's a little image. That's one of them I got off Pinterest. Here's this here. I bought a sheet from Tuesday Morning, a package that had a bunch of little cut aparts like that. It's a real heavy paper, so I didn't use much of it. It just slides in there. Journal on the back of the photo. Another little tuck spot or pocket there. Here's a little piece of just lace sewed on the top of that. This here is a little envelope I've just kind of folded up and then sewed it down. So you actually get like three little pockets. 3 little pockets in it is what you get. You get the one where it's on the paper, and then the fold up in the top of the bag. So anyway, you get kind of like 3 little pockets out of that. Here I don't have an image in that one. It's just the glassine bag. There's just a little tuck spot with a little cloth fabric there. Okay, and that looks like all the images in that one. Here's that little image there. Okay, here is, this one here I call Maria and Mario. Like I said, all of them are started with this picture, or a picture, a photo with a little journaling. Here's another little fold down. I copy stained that. Another little pretty picture there. Here's a couple of little tags. Lace belly band or doily lace there. And then another little text spot. I'll try to hurry. I know I'm kind of dragging these on. And then here's another little, and I've got a little lace sewed on that one there. Another little image sewed on the, well, it's not really sewed on the bag, but it looks like it is anyway. A little tuck. And then this is just a coffee sleeve from Starbucks there. When they came out with these coffee sleeves that was crafted by hand and heart, I had my sister save all their coffee sleeves when they'd go to Starbucks so I could put them in albums. I just liked that it said crafted by hand and heart. And then here's another little, I think this is a little booklet here, yeah. And then I'll just sewed that on the guest check there. Sorry guys, battery died, so I'm going to maybe overlapping here, but anyway, here's a little, here I've just went ahead and sewed that on, and this is the end of the book. Anyway, that's my little, forgot what it was now, Maria and Mario book. Okay, this one here, this little girl here, I called her Clarice, is what I called her. And of course, here's all the little fibers. And like I said, they're all just basically the same, but I mean just images in a different spot or maybe just a different kind of pocket or something. Here I've got a little piece of the parchment paper, using it kind of, this is like a little book there, using it as a pocket too. Here's a little text spot there. Another little image, journaling on the back. Here I've just got a little image in this glassine bag. And I was at, I usually get these glassine bags at Hobby Lobby. But I was at Michael's this last Friday. I went to Michael's. And I went in the baking section there. And they have like the little glassine bags that are for cookies and things. And I did stain some of them yesterday. And I actually like them better. They stain up better than these glassine bags that I got at Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to be probably getting some more of those. They just have a little different feel to them. And they just seem to take the oven a little better in things. And this is a tuck spot. I just don't have anything there to tuck in her. But anyway, there's her little tuck spot there. And then here's a little bag that I've made there with the 3 little pockets. And then another little booklet there. And this sits in the main pocket. Okay, and that's the end of my little Clarice book. And then this one here, this picture here reminds me of my brother, and his name is Jackie, and I named this one Janet and Jackie. So, and of course there's your little paper in the beginning. And there's that's such a pretty picture. And then here's a little text spot there. Here I've got another one of them little pockets sewed on one of them guest checks. Little washi tape there. It had just a tiny spot that looked like it was trying to rip where I had stained it. It was kind of weak right there, so I put a piece of washi there. Here's another one of those Tim Holtz clips that's just clipped on there. with that. Some coffee stained lace there. Another little tuck. Another little, this is just a little booklet. Here's this little, I've just sewed her all the way around. And tuck there. I really like this fabric here. I got that trim, I think at Hobby Lobby. Anyway, it just looks like an older fabric to me they would have used for a, oops. Here, this is just one of them little pockets there with the envelope, or the bag. And then another little image printed off Pinterest there. That's the other part of that pocket. Another little envelope there. Okay, there's that one. There's a little image on the back. Okay, this one here I have named her Cindy and Friend. Her little kitty there. Oh, the back has a really pretty image. This little girl with her little cat. I don't know if you can see it or not, but oh, she's adorable. These images are just simply adorable. Okay, here's this one here. I used a little darker thread to stitch it. And then a little tuck. And it'll have a few different images I haven't had on some of them. There's a little girl there. A little just sewed all the way around. I didn't put an image in that glassine bag. Here's a little tuck spot with some wide crocheted lace. That's a little well done paper. That's just hooked on with the little Tim Holtz clip. That is just an adorable image. And then this here, I've got a little image in the glassine bag. Little seam binding stitched on that bag paper. And then here's a little image there, just tucks in the lace pocket. Another little booklet. Here's a little girl with a horse. My daughter, when she was young, just loved horses. And I thought of her when I saw that image. She just loved them. And anyway, there's that little album. Okay, and then this one here is the one that is from Dreams, Etc. And this is just Fairy Love is what I called it. And this is just a rose that I cut out and kind of stained it. I used walnut stain in here. There's Paris. And a couple of little, that opens up. And then just from the paper, some of the lace there sewed on. I just sewed some of that crocheted lace there, cut out that image, inked it up. Decoupage napkin. Another little sewed on piece, and there's a little tag with a tuck spot pocket. Here this is a little and this I just zigzagged it there on that. Another little tuck spot there. And then some more lace sewed on. Just a lot of journaling. You can do a lot of journaling in this thing. I just absolutely love these. And then this here, I just made this weekend, finished this up. I was doing an insert for a friend of mine, and anyway, she didn't really want the images on the insert. She just wanted it basically plain. So I finished this out. instead of taking it apart. I mean, I just made a little journal out of it. So it's just craft cardstock. And these are Dream Etc's images also. And anyway, it's just got a little spot there for journaling. Basically just the paper. Here's a little Chili's bag, the little utensil bag in there. This is a coffee stain, just an envelope, and I have just kind of folded it different so that I could have the pocket there. There's another little tag, a little sewed crochet fabric there, gathered fabric. Here I've got a tag as well as a little journal sheet. Those are such cute images. They just go in the bag. And then of course just stitched a little miscellaneous tag there. And then here's another little, just a spot for some ephemera. And another little paper for journaling there. A little decoupage napkin. This is such cute images. That just goes in. This is the other part of that envelope. And then here's another little, the other piece of that little Chili's bag. And then a little tuck spot there. And then here, of course, is the back. So, anyway, that's the end of my little journals. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed that. These things were so much fun. I'm sure I'll be making more of them. They're kind of addictive, the little bag albums are. So anyway, thanks so much for